it just me? Or did that new year, new me energy really wear off 2 weeks into January? You have this perfect vision of what your year is going to look like. You know, I'm gonna get 100,000 subscribers, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds, I'll meet a ton of new people, and finally book that damn dentist appointment I've been putting off for so long, only to end up in the same position or worse than you were last year. And friend, let me tell you exactly how 2024 has literally whooped my ass.
Okay.
I know I'm speaking from a place of privilege when I say that my biggest fear right now is whether or not I will ever live up to my fullest potential. And it's a potential that has been sown, has been prayed, and nurtured into me. It's a blessing, but it's also a debt that's hard to repay. As a first generation North American eldest daughter of Nigerian parents, mediocrity feels like I'm literally spitting in the face of my ancestors. Generations of blood and sweat and resilience just to come online and complain about my very existence. Yeah, resilience, existence, okay, bars. And talking to who knows how many people, just kind of spooky. There's this immense pressure, especially felt by children of immigrants, to exceed expectations and achieve greatness. My mom was over here praying that I would go off and to cure cancer and become a doctor. And now I barely use my biology degree. This pressure has recently morphed into a unbearable feeling of guilt. Because in my mind, despite me being the first person in my family to graduate from university and my, nice white collar 9 to 5, there are people halfway across the world right now who could have done so much better given my circumstances. Although we didn't have the most privileged upbringing, at least according to Western standards, I never had to worry too much about food, about being bombed, or whether or not I could go to school. Now that I'm officially in my mid-20s, I know face card is getting very much barely legal, but stop. Korean skincare. Ew. Anyways, I have no accolades. I have nothing extraordinary coming my way, to be honest. And by extraordinary, I mean the ability to fulfill my childhood dream of being the next Beyonce. Yeah. It's honestly a true misfortune for everybody involved. Mediocre is not going to retire my poor and sweet but aggressive African mom. Mediocre will not get me into the next sacred meet and greet. Mediocre is just me existing in this janky system that is literally falling apart. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but life's been getting a little scary outside. And it is really easy to freeze and become very passive about everything, from our finances to our health, our relationships. It's too easy. But it's when the things that used to bring you comfort no longer feel good. That is a clear sign that it's now time to change something. Something's gotta give. We can't be going through the motions anymore. We can't fall back into the habits. They don't work anymore. That internal change could happen at any point. But oftentimes, you've got to go through a little trauma. And in my case, I was on a trip that was so awful. It was bad, y'all. It literally had me running through the woods, all the way to therapy. I literally have never done therapy in my life. Ooh, this piston. Okay, never mind. When it came down to the whole therapy thing, all I knew was that them 10 days had me reevaluating my entire existence. And it really unlocked 20 plus years worth of trauma, of grief, that only a trained professional could handle. I'll probably talk more about that horrendous trip in the next video, because there is a lot of tea. A lot. I will say that I did learn a lot from that experience, and I'm low-key grateful for it now. I mean, this girl still owes me almost $1,000, but I can honestly say that I would not be on the path that I am on now that is actually full of possibilities, if not for that botched BBL having Kai Jenner wannabe. And it really just be like that sometimes, So I propose this question to you, kind person and subscriber. Are we just destined to live mediocre lives, or are we choosing mediocrity out of fear and comfort? We'll converse more in the comment section below. So here's the starting over. You know, it's okay to be scared of what's gonna happen next because I literally have no idea. But remember, we are in this together. This year, we are going to embody and channel the audacity of J-Lo, the work ethic of Beyonce, the tenacity of Serena, and of course, the courage of Harriet. You've made it this far. You're still here, at least a little bit subscribing. You know, I'm trying to help you out because we locked in. Ain't no switching up. Anyways, bye. A little subscribed. A little subscribed? Just a little bit.